Oro Valley, Tucson. An Arizona Lotus Corporation radio station. Stream us on your cell, laptop, desktop, or tablet at KFMA.com. You want it? You got it. Reality radio done right. No nonsense, real and raw, just like you like it.
He's corrupt, he's inexperienced, and he lies.
Broadcasting from a broom closet in the Arizona Lotus Studios, it's Beef Vegan Presents.
Welcome back to the show. It's Beef Vegan Presents live from Rock 102.1 KFMA, streaming worldwide at KFMA.com on this beautiful Thursday, September 14th. Good morning, Rico.
Good morning.
And good morning, Tucson. Thank you guys for tuning into the show. It's going to be a good one today. A lot of guests stopping by, hanging out with us. For you football fanatics, we'll have Justin Spears from ESPN Radio popping in, talking about the games that are happening this weekend with our U of A Wildcats and NFL action. And I know that you've been betting a little bit now that football season kicked off. Did you win some money last weekend, Rico?
Very little, but winning's winning, baby.
I know. And so
in the green.
For everyone out there who wants to win but is hesitant to bet because nothing's guaranteed, there is one thing that is guaranteed in the world of sports betting, and that is whatever Justin Spears picks, the opposite will come true.
Yep.
So we will do a bet against Spears parlay around 6:45 today. So I'm going to have him pick out 3 games in particular, tell me who's going to win and why, and then we'll write that down to make sure that you guys bet the opposite and just take that to the bank, because this kid, he's very good at his job but terrible at picking games. So
it's his way of legally getting around it, I guess.
Yeah. All right, we are back here live on the podcast broadcast. That's all the show open I wanted to show you for now, because we got Mari in studio, and so I know the internet, and the internet loves beautiful blondes, so I got to get her on the stream right off the bat. Good morning, Mari.
Good morning.
We're gonna do Would You Rather's. We're gonna have Jesse pop in. He's a listener who called in and said he was inspired about Rap GPT and how we get our songs written for us to perform live on the air. And so he's been going to an AI program, getting songs written for him as well. And I'm like, well, shit, man, you better perform it for us on the stream.
See what you got, kid.
Yeah, that's exactly what he's doing. But I did want to, we did one version. And good morning, Manny. Good morning, everybody.
Good morning.
We did do one live version on the air of the Rap GPT song today called UFO. And it was essentially taking an article about the Mexican mummified aliens and putting that in ChatGPT and saying, make this a rap song. And it did. And then we found a beat that was fire and we performed it like we do. And we actually enjoyed it, but there were a couple flubs in it and I didn't really get good video of it, so I wanted to perform it live on the podcast broadcast to kind of kick off the show.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. And I got you, my hypestress, so feel free. It's like a music video. If you got some dance moves or anything in the background, you can do that. Yeah, that's nice. That's nice. And Rico, you got your lyrics all set up?
I memorized it all. I don't need it.
This guy's a machine. So, all right. Well, then fuck it. Let's do it. That's how we're going to kick things off. Ladies and gentlemen, Rap GPT would like to present to you. Sorry, I messed up my intro. Ladies and gentlemen, without further ado, Rap GPT presents to you. Damn it. Hold on, I thought. I have a thing.
Get it out.
Yeah, okay. All right, so here we go. We're good. All right, I'm good.
We're not going to riff in the beginning. It's just going to be you going,
no.
Hey, everybody.
No. We are going to riff,
okay.
But, I like to do my line that starts things off. Okay, so. All right, so without further ado, Rap GPT would like to present to you UFO.
No.
Hey, Rico.
Yo.
You see those mummified aliens in Mexico, man?
Yeah, I heard about that.
Yeah. Do you think they're real?
I think they're real.
A lot of people don't think they're real.
Let's go to Rocky Point and figure it out for ourselves.
We're on it. Let's go. On a Tuesday in Mexico's sway, Congress convened for a UFO display. First ever hearings they couldn't delay. Claims of aliens in an unearthly array.
2-foot creatures not like us, they say. Bony bodies with skulls that betray. Long necks and fingers and an alien ballet. No teachers, mysteries in shades of gray.
We're talking about aliens, man, fall from the sky. Fossilized beings in the skeptic's eyes. Could it be truth or just clever disguise? In a world full of questions, let the wonders arise. We're talking about aliens, man, of the skies. Fossilized beings in the skeptic's eyes. Could it be truth or just a clever disguise? In a world full of questions, let the legends arise.
Unearthed in Peru in a mind's dark domain. Fossils of creatures unknown yet plain. DNA puzzles in this bizarre terrain. 700 to 800 years in the history's chain.
Eggs within, as the story maintains, embryos of aliens in the cryptic remains. Under oath they swear no devious games. If this alien saga, skeptics light the flames.
We're talking about aliens, man, from faraway skies. Fossilized beings in the skeptic's eyes. But could it be truth or just a clever disguise? In a world full of questions, let the wonders arise. We're talking about aliens, man, far from the sky. Fossilized beings in the skeptic's eyes. But could it be truth or just a clever disguise? In a world full of questions, let the wonders arise.
Non-human specimens, and they claim, they assert, we're not alone. It's a message they deserve. Science wander and they try to divert, but this is not the first time for the truth's been heard.
Staged or real, the skeptics and nerd. Loose sand covering, casting doubt on the desert. Carpent dating's verdict, not what it's worth. A fragile truth hidden beneath the earth.
We're talking about aliens, man, fall from the skies. Fossilized beings in the skeptic's eyes. Could it be the truth or just a clever disguise? In a world full of questions, let the wonders arise. Talking about aliens, man, fall from the skies. Fossilized beings in the skeptic's eyes. Could it be the truth or just a clever disguise? In a world full of questions, let the wonders arise.
Ryan Gray spoke, pilot of the Navy. Unsubstantiated stunt, he called it wavy. A step backward in this alien enclave. In a world of intrigue, the truth they crave.
Half the world in doubt or just some wave. If aliens are found, how many would believe in the cosmic dance? Don't be so naive. It's a realm of mysteries that we shall read.
Talking about aliens, man, far from the skies. Fossilized being in the skeptic's eyes. But could it be truth or just a clever disguise? In a world full of questions, let the wonders arise.
We're talking about aliens, man, far from the skies. Fossilized beings in the skeptic eyes. Could it be truth or just a clever disguise? In a world full of questions, the wonders arise.
Yeah,
In the quest for answers,
we're searching for the skies.
with our minds open,
With curious eyes,
with a hope of revelation.
let's realize
The universe holds secrets.
beneath its cosmic ties.
Talking about aliens, man. Right. So there you go.
The truth is out there.
Still flubbed a couple parts where I flubbed initially. So, it is what it is.
The permaflub.
Permaflub, yeah. Can't read
Fine.
on certain things. It
Not
happens.
too polished. It's got to be a little.
Yeah, a little rough around the
Yeah,
edges.
a
You
little
know
rough
how
around
we
the
flow.
edges.
Yeah, so we'll see
Yeah.
if that was better than Jesse. Maybe Jesse has been, practicing. I did send him an invite. I'm gonna double check and make sure I sent him
We
another.
should have
invite.
freestyle battles
I've done that freestyle
online
Friday.
though. Have people just troll you and call in.
Well, when tapped in and properly motivated, I have been a freestyle beast. I have won my fair share of rap battles, the whole nine. Oh, look at this, perfect timing. Jesse, there he is. Is it Jesse, right?
Yeah, hey,
There he
what's up?
is.
What's
Hi.
going on, brother? So Jesse called in and he's like, hey, I've been doing the AI rap now too because of you guys. And I was like, well, you got to let us know what it sounds like. And what better way than to meet on the podcast broadcast and have you perform some of these lyrics and stuff. So how long have you been doing this, Jesse?
I actually rage quit my job like on Monday, and then Tuesday, this is what I did.
Ooh.
Nice.
Doing it
So
right.
I've done this too, where it's like, hey, I want to express myself and how I feel, but I don't really know how to right now. So I want an AI. I'm just going to put into AI how I feel, and I want them to express it for me.
Yeah.
Is that essentially what you did? Now, why did you rage quit?
It wasn't really a great job, and I mean, at 12 hours a week, anyone would.
Yeah, no, I feel you on that. We're meeting Jesse for the very first time on the podcast broadcast stream. We're going to get a live performance from him. So you can join us, youtube.com/beefvegan, or just keep it right here because after asking Alexandria is psycho, we'll be back with your TMI top 5 and more. It's Rock 102.1 KFMA podcast broadcast. Clear. Sorry, I had to do that on air tease. Yeah, so you weren't getting the hours that you deserve, and you're just like, fuck this, I'm out.
Yeah, I had to.
Yeah, I feel that. Absolutely. And, they say that there's jobs out there. So, I guess.
On job trees.
On jobby trees. Look at growing little jobbies.
Yeah.
All right. Well, okay. So this was Tuesday. Yeah. And then what did you do? Do you remember what you put in as far as the prompt for them to generate these lyrics? Like, what were some of the keywords you put in?
I was brainstorming, so it was like I had already been researching different skateboarding cross-country deals. I found out a Florida man had skated 261.8 miles, 24 hours straight.
Whoa.
Yes. Yeah, that's awesome. Yeah.
But so what I had to narrow it down from like cross-country to something that was like someone could probably do or probably has done, even though I haven't. But admittedly, if I had a skateboard, I probably would.
You'd be the Forrest Gump of skateboarders.
Yeah, the Forrest Gump of skateboarders. Hell yeah.
There is already one of those, but that would be cool.
What if we attempted to give you like an instrumental? Do you think you'd be able to hear it? Let's just test this out real quick to see if you could ride the beat. I know it might be difficult. We might need it to be a cappella, but let's attempt to try throw a little beat on there.
Does he need headphones or no?
No, he can hear through his phone. Do you need headphones? So can you hear that right now, Jesse?
Yeah, I'm turning the volume up right now.
Looks like you lost another one.
Oh. Yeah, it's about to pick up. Hold up.
All right, here we go.
Woke up and I believe the sounds keep rattling in my sleep. I can't remember the piece from my dreams because new motivation was lifted in me. It's gonna be a full moon out in the horror and my hand is all out to tempt my clothes on. So I picked up my deck and I went to do that until I woke up in the morning from a really good nap.
Yeah. It was from a nap. I was first too.
The moment I woke up, I was ready to start my day as soon as I get up, get some pizza. I don't know. It might be better off.
Practice round.
It's gonna be better acapella. It'll be better. So that was our experiment there, and I think the audio would be better acapella as well. But we had to attempt that. So what was the chorus? So did it give you a title for this song?
No. This is just a free flow.
Oh, nice.
This is a straight free flow. So I mean, it is meant for acapella, honestly.
Okay. All right. Well then, hell, let's
a rage poem.
Yeah, rage poem.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Well then, break it down for us, dude. Ready? From the top. Here we go.
Woke up and the sounds of beach rattle in my sleep. I can't remember the piece from my dreams because my new motivation was lifted in me. It's gonna be a full moon out in La Jolla and the hyenas are allowed to dance with no clothes on. So I'll pick up my deck and I went to do that till I woke up the next morning from a really good nap. The moment I wake up, I was already eager, ready to start my day as soon as I get some pizza, but that's kind of hard to find at early 9:45, so I settled for huevos rancheros, listening to mariachi, enjoying the vibe. I got to Del Mar, Solana, all the way up to Encinitas, Shoreline, Tacos Pizza, and Pacific Beaches. Yes. Secondly, I got to Legoland, so I kept on to Oceanside because I want to see Mo. Because before it hit me, I got all the way up to San Clemente, and yesterday I was barely only at day 3. I saw that Huntington was about just as far, so instead of turning back, my skateboard became my car. I know familiar faces up in Long Beach and couldn't think of a better way. I just met my last week, just doing as I'm going, Sector 9, balls rolling. When I got to the homie's house for the next 3 days, I was snoring.
And so what program did you use to write that? Because I actually like those lyrics. So Jesse had this concept of basically, coast to coast road trip on a skateboard, Forrest Gump style. I put that in, and I was talking about going to La Jolla, sipping Pacificos, checking out some hyenas, the whole nine. It was a feel-good vibe throughout that.
I didn't realize up until now I've always wanted to hear Tupac say mariachi. That'd be such a dope line to hear.
That would be dope.
So it's kind of an inspiration of a few things. There's a guy, Chad Caruso, who has crossed the country.
Mhm.
And so that was like, I had been watching him all summer. And that was a big thing. But then I remembered like skating the beach and such, and how I remember not having a skateboard on the beach. So really like I couldn't enjoy it that way. And so it was sort of a up in that area of things. I've also skated like across the panhandle of Idaho with my dog in 3 to 4 days.
Damn.
And that's kind of a feat because it's kind of a long way.
Yeah. So you're saying you wrote these yourself and you didn't use AI. You just used the concept.
Well, there was a collaborative. Yeah. I mean, it
nice.
offered like suggestions. The AI I was using is experimental. They gave me early access. It's from Google. It's called Bard Experiment. I call it Bard X.
Yeah. I attempted to do Bard at first. Actually, I was duped into. I think I'm paying for a subscription and not using it at all because it's not.
You had ChatGPT with the Chinese signature underneath. You're like, oh, that looks legit.
Yeah, I got duped. But yeah, that's good. That's the way to do it. You get that kind of like outline. You're like, I'll change this here, and here. So are you planning on trying to go on a road trip now that you got some freedom after your rage quitting?
Well, I still got a dog and she's hella old, so I'm taking care of that right now still. I could take her with me. I've got carts and such, but that can only last so far with what? I mean, we need a bike and stuff. So
yeah, no, you know what? It's
getting without a dog. Without a dog, it'd be like, the journey I would want probably.
For sure. Yeah. No, I mean, that's an adventure that a lot of people crave, just to go out and see the road.
Freedom.
So, well, Jesse, I appreciate you listening to the show, sharing that rap with us, and don't be a stranger. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And good luck on, finding some other side hustles and stuff, get some cash. It's a good time of year where, the weather's starting to turn. It's going to be nice. So a good time to kind of hang around Tucson, at least for a couple more months. And then hopefully the money will start flowing in and, we'll be good to go. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean, there's plenty of work I know out there. It's just the work I had wasn't work. So
yeah, no, I know. And then the rage quit. There's the F you. You're cool. I'm out. Yeah.
It was a strangely silent rage quit. It was my boss texted me like an hour 15 before midnight. I was trying to go to sleep. She's like, I canceled your shift, and I'm like, all right, it's midnight and what now?
Yeah.
I had this text prepared to send in the morning, but fuck it.
Oh yeah. Yeah, so then
that's a no.
Yeah, so you
should have
just
sent
said
that
right
cancel
there
in the morning instead of me having to deal with insomnia. But that's not here or there.
Yeah, happens, and I've been there too. I've been in those situations. At least you didn't even ghost. You at least got to say, "Hey, I'm out." So that's
with an emoji.
Yeah. What emoji would you use to quit that job? What's the go-to emoji you would use?
Eggplant.
Something vermin.
Yeah, I love it, Jesse. Well, thank you so much for popping in, dude.
Thanks, man.
I got your email. Stay in touch. We'll pop you in on the show again sometime soon.
All right, cool.
All right. Take it
Peace.
easy, brother. That's Jesse, everybody.
Yeah.
Absolutely, dude. That was great. Yeah, definitely.
We're expanding, baby.
We're expanding. Woo! It's all part of the crew. So now Jesse's a part of the crew. It's simple as that. We got to get Todd here on the stream as well, because we haven't had Todd in, and I know he's going to get super busy with his other BS that he's going on. I did have to hit the dump on Jesse though.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. And I'm like, all right, we'll get into the TMI top 5 here in a second, and then we got your would you rather. So Todd, I sent you an invite too if you just want to pop in and say hi. And he said, "Yo, with domestic job simulator energy." Oh yeah,
I want to see if Todd's ever played one of those simulator games.
Have you done the flying simulator? Is that what you're talking about? Like,
there's that and like tractor simulator and like all the different simulator games.
I don't see the appeal at all.
I gotta try it. You'd be like, this is actually intriguing. Make a radio DJ simulator.
What's a radio DJ simulation involve?
You tell me.
Okay. You wake up super early, drink coffee, nicotine up, and then blurrily try to read headlines for the day, go through all the depressing like BS that's being spewed out in the mainstream media, and then find the dick jokes.
Is the nicotine like the health packs?
Yeah.
It's like up your health. You're like,
I'll tell you, it's such a weird thing because I still smoke 1 cigarette a day. 1 cigarette a day on the way in. Sometimes 2, but it is such a treat that I look forward to. This is how lame my life has gotten. Where I look forward to in the morning, like, oh, I'm so tired. Oh, I don't want to work. Oh, I get to smoke that cigarette though soon. So let's get ready so I can go do this. Speaking of games and simulators, what do you have one already set up and good to go there?
Oh, as soon as Rico here was like confused about it, or if I did, I've presented on the show before Power Wash Simulator.
Oh, okay.
Oh, the Power Wash Simulator. Okay, you've been playing this. So this is straight up like car wash stuff, right?
Yeah, car wash. Well, I mean, yes,
God.
I've also cleaned stuff from the Final Fantasy universe and the entire set of SpongeBob SquarePants. Yeah, but there's all kinds of vehicles, tombs. There's a pyramid that I just finished doing. This one, I believe,
was it satisfying?
Working on a golf course.
Let's
Look
watch
at
and find
that.
out.
Oh, I'm excited.
See, I feel like that'd be satisfying.
Oh, so satisfying.
This would be the game that you'd be playing
For hours.
Oh yeah,
It's
hours.
like, oh, look how clean it got.
Ugh.
It's real satisfying that you're just sitting there,
Yeah.
just casually getting stuff clean. I stopped at the entrance. Let's go find this poor
I'm
guy.
scared how much I would be
Ooh,
into
this
this.
dirty.
That is
This
so
whole
dirty.
golf course. It's a 9-hole golf course. It looks a little overwhelming, but it's not too bad.
It's a big old course.
Yeah, what a job.
How many?
If they made one for golf and stuff,
What's
Ooh,
the
no, fantastic.
length of time that you've put in power washing
To this one, hold on a second. I can
in one run?
let me see
In
my
one run,
logged
like
hours.
$7,000.
This game I have 74.4 hours in.
Shut the fuck up! 2 full work weeks, dude. That's funny.
This game it has been out for a couple of years. This game. So.
Yeah,
God's
but
got good work ethic.
if you put in 74 hours actually power washing things in real life and to get paid for it, you'd make a couple grand easily.
I've also stopped and gone back because it's co-op. So I've helped a buddy that started his and just went in and helped him power wash all the same things over again.
So
Yeah,
It's a
that's
very
what
this is a great little I can sit here and listen to Be Vegan in my headphones and just sit here and spray and power wash and chill. It's very.
Do you guys have headsets on where you're like, all right, you get the left side of the yard, I'll get the right. All right, bro.
it's
Wow.
work.
No, it's just more you just start cleaning, and then once it's clean, it's clean.
Oh,
You
nice.
don't need to clean it again. You don't. I mean, I guess you could do it
That
that way, but that sounds
is
too
insane.
Butterfly.
Yeah. It's you didn't see that butterfly, huh?
Oh,
You
it just
didn't
got
think-
so clean, right? He power washed it. It was like from a dirty little butterfly to like a beautiful, bright yellow butterfly.
yeah.
There are
Andrew
certain
just-
levels where there's a whole understory in Muckingham about how all the cats have disappeared, and you can uncover graffiti if you use a lower power sprayer to just cover the little dirt off and then get the stuff underneath and see what it is. So,
Okay.
there's stuff
So
going on
you're-
here.
You're
Speaking
getting
of,
paid.
speaking of games, can you explain to me like I'm 5 the Starfield phenomenon?
Yeah. What is this? You in
Starfield's not a
between
phenomenon.
Starfield?
Starfield
It's
is
not?
it's a fine game if you were into like Fallout and Bethesda games. So if you really liked man, my mind's in Power Wash Simulator. If you really like the Fallout games and games that Bethesda has made, it's all right. It's kind of in the wake of Baldur's Gate 3. Their NPCs are flat. It has the same problem that Fallout 4 had, where the whole game itself is as wide as an ocean, but it never goes deeper than a puddle.
Okay. That's so. Would you recommend Starfield? Because it seems like a lot of
It's
people
on
are
Game
playing
Pass right now. I recommend it if you have Game Pass, Xbox Game Pass.
Okay, I have
recommend it
Game
there.
Pass. I'll maybe check it out.
It's worth
All
checking
right.
it out, but if you're gonna blow $60 on a game, it's still Baldur's Gate.
Power Simulator.
Alright.
Power
Or
Wash
Power,
Simulator.
Power Wash Simulator is $20 regularly. It has DLC, but they're putting out free DLC all the time. So
Jesus, got download content. You want to clean this? How about this? You want to
Yeah,
clean
yeah,
that? All right, Todd, I'll let you get back to simulating work. We'll talk to you here soon. I got Herb Stratford popping in the studio. Good morning, Herb. Get that microphone in front of your face here.
Morning.
No, you're good. Oh, yeah. Oh, now that you double up, has the other guy been keeping you a little longer? You feel a little like a little tug of war going in between shows?
No, should I?
No? No, I mean, we want as much Herb Stratford as we can receive. Right?
4
Thank
hours.
you. Thank you. I appreciate that. No. I think he's got his format, and you've got yours, and it's a different thing. I'm in there to sort of wham bam give you the hits, and then I come over here to
To get would you rather's.
Yeah, exactly. To get the stylings of Mari.
Did you see the old man toes video that I posted?
I did.
tagged you in that.
I did. Thank you.
Yeah.
I did.
Thanks for that.
Did you not like that?
No, it was fine. I know anytime you can get in a dig at my age, you will. So I expect it. Right? That's fine.
No, it was first off, I thought it was engaging content, and the short version of it was even better because. Not to take out Mari's would you rather situation, but sometimes when I'm finding out when posting these videos and trying to get as much views and engagement as possible, it's a delicate game. You got to be engaging in the very first second, like grab their attention.
Yeah, it's true.
Yeah. So
I just had an idea too with that power wash simulator.
Okay, what's
you
that?
got to put that video behind your talking head stuff.
Well, I
keep
did.
attention.
Well,
with power washing.
Well, yeah, like this. I mean, we can do that right now.
Exactly.
Because Todd's still playing.
It's so fun to watch.
I don't even have Todd on. This is Todd playing a game in real life. There's Todd, pop him in. All right. And even when he's not in, he'll just keep watching while listening.
This is what I do normally. Well, one of many things.
Yeah. And then his wife's like, "Hey, babe, the walls outside are kind of dirty. You want to spray those down too? I'll get to it later."
This is more important. I own an actual power washer. So yeah,
Do you use
this
it, though?
inspired me. I have a couple times. It's great.
That's how he practices.
Were
Fantastic.
you
It is
looking
not
forward
as
to it,
satisfying.
Okay. I was gonna say, were you looking forward to it like it was a game? Like, oh yeah, I can't wait to play this real life simulator.
I mean, a little bit, yeah. But I knew it wasn't going to be the same because, I mean, where does all this water go that I'm spraying around in this game? It goes nowhere. It doesn't exist. It's not
I just hope you're going just as fast as the game.
Yeah, just like, why isn't it working? I don't understand. I'm barely touching everything and it should be clean. No, it's not nearly as satisfying because that's actually work.
That's fair enough. It's Todd Marley on the podcast broadcast stream where he is playing a Power Wash Simulator and having a good time doing it.
You guys are missing out. You're not playing this.
That laugh is familiar because we got film critic extraordinaire Herb Stratford in studio. Good morning, Herb.
Good morning.
How are you today, my friend?
I am good. I'm good.
Excellent. Yeah, we have a lot to cover with Herb, who has, been doing the reviews and everything else. And I was telling you about, real quick, the engagement and video clips that we've been posting on, TikTok and Instagram, of course, at Rock 102.1 and Be Vegan. And I had a clip last week that did pretty well of Herb, and it was Mari's Would You Rather. But here was the trick, right? So on the Instagram video, it's titled, "Do you have old man toes?" Right? But it takes a good 30 seconds before it gets to that question because it's you have the would you rather first to kind of set it up, and then you got long-winded Herb trying to explain himself. The way
I did go on a bit. I'm sorry.
That's okay.
I loved it.
Yeah. It was very detailed in defense of his feet. But with that though, the video that I posted on YouTube as a short did a lot better because it starts off straight out with, "Do you have old man toes?" Got him. People are like, "Well, now I need to know." And you're like, your defense, it was like, "Well, here's the deal." Which is a hard yes, but let me explain. It's only one. That's what we found out from her. Every week we find out things about each other, right?
That's right. Sharing is caring. The more you know.
Yeah. Speaking of, why don't we get some more viral content here with another round of Would You Rathers from Mari real quick? So, yeah, let's go right into it, Mari. What's your Would You Rather for us to answer? Now, you guys know the drill. You have to answer one or the other and why. All right. And with that said, Mari, what's your first impossible scenario for us to answer?
Okay, do you want a gross one or a movie themed one?
That's a Herb question.
Well, I want to do both. So you
Okay. All right. So I'll start with gross, right?
All right, sure.
Yeah,
Would
please
you
do.
rather eat a CD disc sized scab or a teaspoon of pimple pus?
Yeah, Herb. Which one?
I'm gonna go with a pus because it'll be over quicker.
Oh,
That's smart.
that is disgusting.
Come on,
It
somebody else
reminded me
weigh
of a
in.
story that I was saying earlier that McDonald's is revealing the pumpkin cream pies. Did you see these? This is legit. There's a pumpkin cream pie
Sounds delicious.
available at McDonald's. You would like it. I don't think we would like it as much, but
Don't leave me hanging. Somebody else answer this.
All right.
Otherwise, it's viral and it's me. Man, it is awful.
let's
Rico.
go to Cool Hand Rico.
Now, is sriracha allowed?
Oh, excellent question.
No.
Just straight up,
Dry.
just plain old dry
Dry.
scab.
Yeah.
No garnish, nothing. Still go with scab. The pus. Ugh.
Yeah, dude. The texture of the
know.
pus is what does it for me. That in a
smell.
negative way. I didn't even think about the smell. I was just thinking about everything else, and I'm about to gag. At least, I'm thinking I could at least mentally. And we watch a challenge, so we've seen people eat gross stuff all the time. Yeah.
What's the size of the scab again? You said pizza, or what is it?
It's a disc. It's
Like a CD
disc.
disc. Oh, scab for sure.
Yeah. So
Thin. It's
I would
thin.
mentally imagine that this was like burnt Parmesan or mozzarella that you get on
Right.
the edge of the pizza.
Right.
Ooh.
Exactly. The little crispy things on the pizza crust. The
Yeah,
little
yeah.
burnt parts.
Yeah,
Yeah.
which is good. That's where I would put my headspace,
Right.
and then that would make me be able to do this. Meanwhile, puss sucker Herb Stratford over here.
I would go with that too, though.
Old
It's a
toast
teaspoon.
puss sucker. Thank you, Mark.
It's a
And that's what-
teaspoon.
And you know what? That's what it's going to say now. Puss sucker Herb Stratford. Right? I can see
Slash
the
movie
tag
critic.
now.
Yeah, absolutely not. Herb
Puss sucker
Stratford.
movie professional.
That's come on, we're more mature than that. Mari, go ahead and give another would you rather real
Okay,
quick.
we'll go to the movie one. Would you rather try to survive a night with Jason or Freddy Krueger?
We'll start off with Rico on this one. Jason or Freddy Krueger?
Jason, because we both work out, and I could take him.
Oh yeah,
And then
you think so?
Freddy's more psychological. Gets
Yeah.
you in the dreams. You don't have
Yes.
powers. In real life, I could definitely arm wrestle Jason.
Really? You think you could arm wrestle Jason and
Yeah,
win?
No, I didn't say win, but I have a chance.
Let me
I
see those
distract
guns
him.
real quick.
No. I will distract him.
All right. All right. Herb, same question.
I'm Jason. I just feel like that's like a tangible, like Rico said, that's a tangible thing. Freddy is just, he's ephemeral. He's in your dreams. You can't, no, it's Jason. Even if you get killed by Jason, you're dead. Right?
All right.
Yeah, you know.
I see.
There it is. There's my title. Thank you. Thank you. I knew it was coming.
God. Get on! Get on! Here's the deal. We're gonna move this conversation to the podcast broadcast, but when we come back, there are two movies coming out the theaters that we're gonna talk about with Herb Stratford, and also check out the trailers on the podcast broadcast stream. And we have so much more. So you can keep it right here. Join us, youtube.com/beefvegan. It's the podcast broadcast. Clear. All right. So that's all right. Here, I'll make it better. Now people will think Mari is plus like Herb Stratford. All right, I will put it away.
All right, so
Sucker.
so you guys got to weigh in. Okay, Rico and I've answered. So what do you think, Freddie or Jason?
Well, I would say I'm a master of my dreams. I do pretty well. Yeah, no, I ever since
Lucid dreamer.
Yeah, it was like 2001, 2002, 3, something like that. Early 2000s, I was able to break through kind of the slow motion wall when punching a friend of mine in my dream, my friend Danny. And with that, I've been able to kind of control my dreams while I'm sleeping. So I feel like I'd have a fighting chance with Freddy Krueger.
You would creep him out.
Yeah, he would. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, you want to come to Fantasyland?
Come here, Freddy.
Yeah.
I got Herb's pus right here for you.
Uh-huh.
Bring it.
Yeah.
It's been brung, Freddie.
He'd be running out of my consciousness so fast, be like, "Oh, all the butt stuff! I'm out of here!" Oh God, that's right.
All right, fair enough.
So, all right, one more here, Mari. One more.
Okay. All right. Would you rather have a fancy 5-star dinner with an alien or Bigfoot?
All right. This is safe. A 5-star dinner, and this is if anyone's been to a 5-star dinner, it's Herb Stratford.
I'm not a big foodie, but I would do that, and I would say with an alien because I have so many questions.
Oh yes,
Bigfoot, it's just like, yeah, you've been hiding. Like, why are you hiding, dude? Like,
Yeah.
what's up, bro? I don't, there's not a lot there. So
I'll tell you what, too. I think a benefit of that, and speaking of butt stuff, is that the date
Wait
would
a
go
minute.
well.
What's with that segue?
Well, the alien's gonna take you home. You're gonna get
that's true.
probed.
All right.
Yeah.
All right.
True.
You're right.
Uh-huh.
You're right. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, I think I would go with Bigfoot. Only because when you have a nice dinner with Bigfoot, he will appreciate it as much as you do. He'll be so shocked at the taste and the wonders that are, food. And then the alien will just have stories about how the food sucks here
Yeah.
and how much better it is on planet
0
Zingon
stars.
5 or something.
Would not recommend.
Exactly. He'd be like, this is what you guys eat.
You would think. I actually strongly disagree with you, Rico. I think the go-to is to take the alien to the restaurant because a Bigfoot's going to eat way too much. And I
Yeah.
just assume that Bigfoot doesn't have any American currency, so
No.
you know you're going to pay,
True.
right? So like the appetite on a Bigfoot, he's getting the left side of the menu.
No, you would storm and dash with Bigfoot big time. You just run out of there smashing things.
Well, I guess you could do like a dine and dash with
With
Bigfoot,
Bigfoot.
you know, and
Blurry
walk
photos
slowly.
for the cops. It's like, damn it.
Yeah, still can't catch him.
Still can't get him.
Yeah, that's another benefit of doing that with Bigfoot is that you won't be caught on surveillance camera or
No, you will.
pictures.
You won't.
You're invisible.
Oh.
Yeah, that's true.
Damn.
Those are excellent scenarios there. Excellent
Thank you very
scenarios.
much.
All right, and good to see you, Robert, on the stream. Maybe we'll see you tomorrow on the podcast broadcast. And
Is he
happy birthday
vegetarian?
too. Happy belated birthday to
Ooh.
Robert from Late to the Party.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Birthday.
yeah, I know that because they do so well on social media. And did birthday posts, and I was like, oh yeah, that's good.
You went to Logan Paul's mansion.
Have you been following that drama? The Dylan.
You've been telling me about it.
Yeah.
I haven't been following it too much.
Oh, well, it looks like there's a cease and desist that Logan Paul is attempting to sue Dylan Dennis. There was supposed to be this celebrity boxing match between Dylan Dennis, who's a former MMA fighter, but really kind of flaky. He had a couple good fights early, but he hasn't really fought professionally for a couple years, and he's known to back out of fights. And Logan Paul, who lately we've been standing because he's been doing good work, but it's turning out that he's as big as a douche that we forgot he was to begin with. So it's not looking good for Logan Paul. And Dylan Dennis has reached over 2 billion people on Twitter
Wow.
in less than a month because he is basically just calling Logan Paul's fiance a hoe
Oh,
and
yes.
posting these insane
Like crossing the line
Yeah.
yes.
constantly.
Yeah.
Now it's a fight. These are fighting words, so it's appropriate considering, but at the same time, it's insane. And he's also threatening to drop like some very like explicit video picture images of Logan Paul's fiance, who has dated Leonardo DiCaprio amongst many others, apparently. I mean, a lot.
She's
Now,
a DiCaprio disregard. That's gonna be the
let's
the
be
worst.
fair to Nina, who's I think that's her name, Nita or whatever. She's gorgeous, by the way. In a way that she kind of looks like Edge too, but I've noticed that from Dylan. But let's be fair to her. Let's say she's dating somebody publicly once every 6 months, right? Goes on 6 months run. She just look for the one, right? And now she's 33 years old, but she's literally been famous since she was 18.
Mm.
So yeah, those numbers are going to add up. You know, like I'm a man whore too, in a way that I've hooked up with a couple people a year when I'm single. And if you knew, now I'm 43. So yeah, if you put all those numbers together, I don't want to say that number out loud. You know, I was asked recently too, and I'm just like, fifth. Oh, 5? No. I played the fifth. Not going to tell you that. Let's continue this in a more positive way. Yeah.
that's
So
bad.
Well,
it is.
it's like a double standard too, right? You know what I mean?
Right.
For men, it's like a badge of honor, and for women, you're a host. So I mean,
Yeah.
you know, it's not fair. And also, if you're a public figure like that, there's a lot more record of it. You know what I mean? It's
Yeah.
just like if you go on a date, beef, there's no paparazzi taking pictures of you.
No,
right? You know?
no.
So-
I mean, if anything, I'm my own paparazzi. At least when it comes to my penis, you know, I'm always like, gotcha. And that's a whole nother thing. And thank you for coming back on the show, Herb. I know that you never regret it. All right, let's get,
Yeah, we just went right down. Go low.
Anyway, tell us about cans.
well, no, you know, before we get into A Haunting in Venice and the retirement plan, I just watched a trailer that Seth Rogen's starring in. It's talking about what we were talking about, the game stonk stuff.
Mhm.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
Dumb
Jimmy?
money.
Dumb money.
Oh.
Dumb Money seems like it's going to be a fantastic movie. What do you know about that?
So it's interesting because there was a documentary that we talked about here on the air. I want to say less than a year ago,
And I watched it.
and it was really good,
Mhm.
right? Because I wasn't in the middle of that, so it was really good the way they explained everything, and it was really interesting. And just a crazy effed up story. So this, of course, Hollywood, you know, pretty quick to the game if you think
Right.
about it, right? I mean, this is not like 5 years ago. This is like a year and a half ago or
Yeah,
something.
Rico still has money
Yeah.
invested in GameStonk.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, it's like it's a
not
real
done.
thing. And I mean, the cast is absolutely insanely perfect. Paul Dano, Seth Rogen. I mean, everybody that's in it is just amazing. And if you watch the trailer, it's hysterical.
Yeah, it looks funny as hell. It
Yeah.
stars all the it real quick because
Ketamine Pete.
He definitely was filming this while on ketamine.
Yeah, you can tell.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah, you can tell.
He's been doing ketamine regularly, almost daily, for 4 years. He just recently checked himself in rehab.
Yeah,
it's insane. So yeah, this is the trailer that they're showing. This guy, Paul Danos, who played the Riddler and Batman. Big fan of his acting.
Yep,
have
he's
been
great.
for a while.
Yep.
There was a scary movie he was a star in. It wasn't even scary. It was like a psychological thriller.
Prisoners. I love that movie.
No, it wasn't even Prisoners.
No?
Yeah, he's been in a lot of good movies.
Yeah, yeah. And he's with Zoe Kazan. They're wonderful people. They do great work. Yeah.
Yeah, nice. Yeah, so yeah, this trailer again, all part of the true story. How much of it was based off the documentary?
It seems like they followed it pretty closely, except that they had a lot more chance to dig into the characters. You know what I mean? Like when you're doing a documentary, you're not writing a script for these people. They're just talking and you hope you get something good, right? This is like they're able to take that nugget of who these guys were and then just really beef it up, right? Because they're imagining scenes, right? Where as opposed to, a documentary, you're just what you have is what you have.
Right.
So I mean, Shailene Woodley, I mean, everybody that's in this movie, Ron, what's his name? Not Ron Swanson.
Well, you're thinking Ron Swanson, but yeah, you're the guy who plays Ron Swanson.
Nick Offerman.
That's right, Nick Offerman.
So I mean, and it's interesting because this is just such a crazy story that is like everybody, just totally turned the tables on these guys, right?
Yeah.
Like they lost billions of dollars. And, the small investors, had a good time. So it just sort of is a rousing endorsement for small, penny stocks and all that stuff. Right.
It is a modern day Robin Hood in a way, or the little man fighting against the big guys. And the system's still rigged for the average person to lose. And we're considered dub money, basically.
And ironic that it's called Robin Hood, the app that screwed everybody over.
Yeah.
Right?
Interesting.
Yeah.
I know, dude. But yeah, we're talking about dumb money. When is that out? Is that in a couple weeks?
Let me look real quick. Give me a second. I got my list here.
Oh, good. And it does seem like
it's out the 6th of October. So very quick.
Right around the corner.
Yep.
Yeah, it looks like we're starting to finally get some good movies coming out here in the pipeline.
We are. Yeah, it's about time. We talk about August and September sort of being the dump months. And so, yeah, we're definitely angling towards that. The Creator, which looks amazing, science fiction film by the guy that brought us Rogue One, Gareth Edwards, really looks amazing. Of course, you've got Loki season 2.
Yes.
There's just some really good stuff coming out, and then of course you got the Expendables 4, which I know Rico's looking forward to.
Anything brodom and douchey.
It's no Fast and the Furious. Come on.
That's
I know.
It's not even close.
I know. Not
Different-
yet. Just hold
Yet.
on. There's another one. There's another 2 Fast and Furious coming. Don't worry.
Wait until The Rock joins the crew.
You're absolutely true. You're absolutely right. All right, let's talk about this movie that's coming out this weekend. It's called A Haunting in Venice, and it looks like it has an all-star cast, including Kenneth Branagh, along with Amy Poehler, Michelle Yeoh.
Michelle Yeoh, Jamie Jordan. Yeah.
She's in everything, everywhere.
It's interesting because and actually it's probably Tina Fey and I screwed up and put Amy Poehler. Anyway, so this is the third in the movie that have been done based on Agatha Christie books, right? And you guys are younger, but in the 70s they had a lot of these books became movies. So this is not the first time that they've been movies, by a long shot, but it's interesting to see a modern spin on them. And Kenneth Branagh directs and stars as the detective Hercule Poirot. If you remember, we had Murder on the Orient Express, then we had Death on the Nile. And then this is based on the Agatha Christie novel Halloween Party. They changed the name because Halloween Party would be like a kid and play movie, right? So it wouldn't be anything you'd want to see. So A Haunting in Venice, dropping in the middle of September. Perfect for Halloween. Right?
Okay.
So basically he's retired. His character's retired to Venice. He's sort of keeping a low profile, gets invited to a dinner party at this fancy palazzo in Venice, and goes and someone dies. And of course, all of a sudden he's the guy, right? Because he's a detective. He's the guy that figures these things out. So yeah, great cast, filmed in Venice. I think anybody that gets a phone call from their agent, you want to go to Venice and film for 2 months? You're like, sure.
Yeah, with Kenneth Branagh, directing, which he's definitely won awards, and he's he's an acclaimed director.
Nominated for Belfast last year for Best Picture. So no, he's sort of remade himself as a director, but also he still has the acting thing. So that's why he is in this as the lead character.
Is this somewhat like a trilogy then? Is it part of his series?
I was
where
going to
he's-
ask you that. Is it part of the
They
same?
don't connect in other than
I asked
he
it
is the
first.
central character. So there's no connective tissue other than he's the guy that's in all three. You know what I mean? Like there's no
okay.
crossover characters beside him.
But yeah, but that's still
yeah.
the same character, right?
Yeah.
He's still the same
Okay.
character in
Yeah.
all three of those films.
And
So
there
that's
could
good.
be 2 or 3 more. I mean, there's more Agatha Christie books. Question is, how well do they do? I think the other thing about this that's interesting to me is this is sort of counter programming to sort of traditional Halloween horror movies, right? It's not Talk to Me where you've got a severed hand and you know what I mean? And there's jump scares, right? This is sort of a grown-up thing, right? You know what I mean?
Okay.
You're not going to have waves of blood coming out of somewhere. This is so, this is a whodunit. And so, yeah, I think that, and that there's a place for that. I mean, it's not just teenagers going to movies.
Yeah, absolutely. No, that seems like a pretty decent date night. All right, well, let's talk about the return of Nicolas Cage. I know it's been about 8 days since Nicolas Cage released something, and I need a fix. So tell me all
Come on,
about Nicolas Cage's retirement plan.
So you guys may remember Ashley Greene, who was in the Twilight movies.
Right.
Very beautiful woman. So she plays a woman who she's got a problem. Her and her young daughter, they're sort of being hassled by these heavies played by Jackie Earle Haley and Ron Perlman. She decides, you know what? I'm going to go get my estranged father to help me out. Estranged father is played by Nick Cage, who is in Florida, living on a boat. And
He's a Florida man.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, he's and he looks like, look at him. He's got like a Hawaiian shirt on, a big beard. Well,
he looks like a Florida man.
They think he's a pushover, right? Well, he's like Liam Neeson. He's got a specific set of skills that he will use because he's retired, special service. And so these guys have no idea what they're getting into. So, like you said, Nick Cage, he's in about 7 more things coming out before the end of the year. Even if it's a bad movie, you got to tune in for Nick Cage.
Oh, yes.
So is this
absolutely.
one going to be one of those bad movies? Because this does look like kind of like a high budget comedy action film, which I'm all for.
Yeah,
Yes.
no, this is not the peaks of Mandy. Let's be clear. This is not like the best,
I love Mandy.
right? But this is not the worst. It's right squarely in the middle, worth your time, worth your money.
Yes.
But is it Face Off? No.
Okay. All right. Well, not anything can be face
No,
off.
no,
Let's be
nothing's gonna be
real.
I love the polar opposites of those movies too.
Yeah.
Which Nicolas Cage is he?
Yeah.
All right. We got more coming up with Herb Stratford. We're keeping the conversation moving on the podcast broadcast. Those are 2 movies that are coming out to theaters this weekend that you could check out. Your beef tips coming up next as well. Rock 102.1 KFMA. Clear. Yeah. That's
Hey, by the way, that Sean's out on the couch from Main Gate Square.
son of a bitch. Then, well, that's his fault for not just popping in.
Well,
Dude.
yeah, I'm just telling you, he's out there.
Don't shoot the messenger. Leave him
man,
alone.
Just
Come
telling you.
on.
I think he didn't want to. He's not rude like me just because I'm barging into the.
Well, it's
studio.
his fault, man, because
just
he
telling you.
needs to be rude to come in. We're talking about Shane. Let's. Maury,
Shame
can
on you, Herb, for
can you
telling
grab
us.
him? I'm sorry. All right.
Shame.
Yeah.
Hey, I thought of the perfect Pete Davidson joke.
What's that?
Pete Davidson is the only man who has been in 2 K-holes at once.
2 K-holes.
Ketamine and
Kardashian.
Oh!
Hey.
4 hours later.
I know.
We did that. Pete Davidson. That
Nice.
Pete Davidson joke or setup was our first speed break of the day. Yeah, because he's like, fuck this. Why am I going to stick around?
Sorry. Well, I should have told you when I walked in the door, but I just, I figured
No,
he'd
it
already
was your
been in
time.
here. But
yeah, I figured he'd be in here too.
All right.
Well, you know what? I mean, it's just for bear down. And I mean, I like him and I want him to be a part of the show, but like we talked to him last time, like, come on in.
All
I
right,
mean,
well,
look,
then
we
I
are the
know.
only show. We are the only show in this building
that has
that is-
popping.
No, that is go, 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 go. Right? Even when we're off, we're on. You know what I mean? You see the other shows when they do their little 3-minute or 8-minute talk break on the air, then they go press play on the music
Oh,
or
I see what
commercials.
you're saying. Yeah, you're
Then
on
they're
all
like
the time.
this.
Yeah. Yeah.
You've seen it.
Yeah.
You've been in the room with people doing this.
I'm
Not talking, just doing that. And we're not like that. We're like go, 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 go all the way through. So my apologies. Sean, we'll get you in next time. And hopefully you didn't wait too long. Bear down. All right. Bear down.
Damn it.
That's what they're here to promote, right?
Yeah, Bear Down Fridays because the game against was it UTEP, I believe, on Saturday night. Kickoff at 8 p.m. I'll do Sean's job for him. Come down to Main Gate Square, and there's all kinds of good stuff there. University and between Euclid and Park, and lots of good stuff. Pep band shows up, the coaches, all kinds of stuff.
Nice. Yeah, you heard it right here from the unofficial spokesperson for U of A. There's his title, and there we go. All right.
Just don't put the pus sucker title underneath my name.
No,
you would never.
I would never do that, dude.
Why would
you do
pus
that?
sucker? I don't need that.
I would not. I would never.
Oh, look at that spray.
Yeah, Todd, please blast that pus out of the screen, would you?
So good.
Yeah,
I got you.
Wash
You
his
missed
mouth
the
with
spot. You
soap,
missed the
will you? There you go.
No.
Todd has been going, and it's great too because I
He's
can
doing
just see,
great.
you know, when Todd's off screen, I can still see him right behind the scenes,
Yeah.
and I see this face while he's so into it. He's like this.
Yep. I know
Took my allergens this morning. I am breathing through my nose, sir.
every single
Nice
Zoom
try.
meeting he's in, he does that, and it's just funny to think about.
Yeah, work doesn't have me on camera during meetings.
You don't come
so
back to that,
that's
and he's
true.
not Jeffrey Toobin. That's all we got to ask for. There's no inappropriate touching going on when he thinks he's off camera. That's all that matters.
No tubing. No tubing. Not a
No
fan of the
tubing, that's
tubing.
right.
Too busy working.
That's fair. You know. All right. Now, tonight is Thursday. That means it's another episode of the challenge.
Thank God.
Yeah, I know, dude. It's been waiting. Have you guys watched? Are you guys watching this yet?
So not
So
that I know
happy.
all those characters though, because I used to watch like Road Rules and all that stuff.
Yeah, no. There's pretty much those shows are extinct. So I mean, there's
yeah,
But
you know who
CJ,
a
like
lot
you
of
have
them are.
CJ. He's back. CJ's back.
TJ's the host.
Yep.
CT's not on this season.
But
They
you
did
saw,
announce.
You saw what they announced, yeah.
Yeah,
Very
so
excited.
in fact, actually, I'll pull this up real quick because I don't know how many people on the replay will be stoked about this, but I'm stoked about it. So the
And it's
challenge,
your show.
yeah, the challenge is doing season 39. They just announced for MTV is going to be dropping in October. They released the cast listing, which geeks like Herb and I,
Yeah.
enjoy and go through, and also Drew, who he's had on the show before. Let's see. He does breakdowns on this. So here's how they look. First off, now they're trying to. It's called Quest for a New. Sorry, that's the wrong thing. That's just
Todd.
Yeah, that's Todd. I got it right
So
here.
hypnotizing.
Yeah. It's Quest for a New champion, right? Look at this. So CT, Cara Maria, and Darrell.
Yeah.
I don't need to read anything. This is the cast. So they're trying to get fresh blood into the challenge, which is good. So they got like 24 regular cast members and then 10 legends who are going to act as mercenaries. Have you been following this? So what do you think you know about the setup for Challenge 39, Herb?
That's about all I know. I mean, and I was just blown away by the character shots. I was like, oh,
Yeah, they look good.
yes. Because I mean, honestly, I've been wanting Cara Maria to bring the drama. I mean, I'm always happy with CT. So, you know, I mean, Brad and that beard, the beard is back. I'm down. I'm down. There's some great people. Good to see.
Well, I'll show the legends. So these are people you don't recognize, Mari, but of course Herb and I recognize them all.
Yes.
First off,
I'm like,
here's a spoiler, an inadvertent spoiler, which wasn't pointed out by Drew, but I will point this out. This is Michelle, right? She's currently on Challenge USA 2.
Yep.
All right. Now this season 39 is called what?
It's Quest for a New. What did you say?
New champion.
Yeah.
Right. Which essentially means
Unique.
Michelle's not winning USA season 2. She's going to be in a regular cast. Spoiler right there.
Yeah, that's true.
100%. So that's one thing, one takeaway there. I'm glad that Melissa's back.
Yep.
She is. Oh man, that's a.
You
fun
subscribe on OnlyFans, don't
one. Is she on OnlyFans?
She is.
Oh.
Oh
The
God.
fact that you know this, man. See, he's a.
No,
he's a
because
low-key.
she's on Instagram all
Beef,
the
you
time.
sold your
like,
car? What the
shouting
hell,
out
man?
the haters.
All right, so yeah, they got some good people. Huey and Aaron, I'm a big fan of. Horacio, he's
Yeah.
a favorite to win, and he's banging Noriz already. Ed from Big Brother. So these are all just regular reality young blood, right? They're
Yeah.
trying to get the young blood in.
Sean C. Yep.
Yeah,
Mhm.
and then they're incorporating the challenge legends, so to speak. These are the legends who have won.
This looks like the worst fight game ever.
Hunger Games.
Yeah. So
Like video game.
Kaz has won 2 challenges in a row. So she's new, but she's won. Casey, who is the lesbian tackle football player.
Yeah.
So she's not to be fucked with.
Mhm.
Tori, she's actually one to be fucked with because every single season she's on, she's fucking somebody in the house. It's
But
amazing.
she has won.
Yeah, she has won several
So
times.
she's good.
Or
So
she's won once. She might win this season too. We don't know.
Yeah, it's true.
There's no spoiler with her being involved, but she's like literally in every season, and she does have a relationship in every season. But she can pump the brakes at any given time. I know a lot of people are over it. Laurel is an OG champ. She's 6'1" and just beats bitches up. Right?
Yeah.
Jordan only has one hand.
Yep.
But has won 3 times and is like a marathon, like a multi.
And was engaged to Tori for a while until they broke it off.
A lot of people on this list have been connected with Tori. Devin,
I hate
just
Devin.
won.
I hate him.
I love him.
Absolutely.
You hate him?
Hate him.
Polarizing.
Him and Wes, my least favorite guys.
I love Wes.
I know.
I root for all these bad guys. I guess.
Yep.
They're the best.
Why don't you and Herb just start a challenge podcast?
You know, I was thinking about that. Honestly,
we might need to.
You seriously should.
No, I think we might actually, and I'll talk about it later. Herb.
Okay.
Yeah, to just do challenge recaps on this next season. It's too many views out there.
Yep.
We got to collect them all.
Yep.
Darrell's the man, and CT, of course, is the goat. And then the female goat is Cara Maria. Now she took 4 years off. She looks like Jack Sparrow. She is basically pirate hooker. Is the style that she goes for.
Yeah, it is. Yeah.
Super crush on her hardcore for over years. But she hasn't been on the challenge since 2019 because the last season that she did was War of the Worlds 2, and she's been so jaded and warped by being on the challenge every single season that it turned her into a different person. She started off as this sweetheart that you're rooting for, and she turned into this villain that you really loathed, and she needed to take a step back for her own mental health. Now she's back, ready to reclaim, and this is the beard.
There's Brad's beard.
Yeah.
Yep.
And of course, I always love Brad.
Manny's beard.
His big ass. I have beard envy for Brad. He'd be in the contest for sure. But he always has crazy wide eyes. He's insane. So yeah, that's happening. So now here's my theory that nobody put down in the comments on Drew's cast reveal reaction video, because people are complaining like, oh, the mercenaries, we kind of seen this before. It was season 29, so 10 seasons ago to be precise, where the legends come in halfway through the game. Now they say basically these 10 people that we just showed, they're not participating for the crown of being challenge champion and the grand prize, right? They're essentially just mercenaries. Have we seen mercenaries in the past? But I don't believe that's the case with this season. I don't think it's going to be just them competing in the eliminations, because I think there's a bigger picture here.
Well, TJ always has a twist, right? You know,
and I think in a way they're going to be competing amongst themselves, and also then we'll have the subset of the newbies who haven't won competing as well, and then there'll be interactions for essentially eliminations. But there's going to be a lot more screen time for those 10 quote unquote mercenaries than they're alluding to right now. And
honestly, that's who a lot of us want to see, right? I mean, you can bring in all the new blood you want, and at some point we just want to see all the old drama, you know?
Yeah, fighting and fucking. That's what we want. And then competition in between. And if they stick to that, now this is the MTV version, so hopefully there'll be a little bit more of those 2 Fs as opposed to the CBS version, which is all about the big C competition. Yeah.
I'm really pulling for Michael.
Michael's not even, that's the one name we didn't even mention.
He was trying to, hey, Beef, he
I
was
just want to be part of the game.
I know,
I just want to be part of the
game.
You could have read.
You could have said Paulie. You could have said anybody.
Paulie's not even in there, but
I know,
at least he's a former cast
a
member.
competitor. I mean,
They haven't had a Michael.
Oh, you guys
on
haven't
the
heard about
challenge.
Michael yet? Sorry, I didn't mean to get the rumor mill going.
Alert.
They haven't had a Michael on the challenge since Rivals 2.
I can't
in
believe he knows
1998.
that.
Yeah, and that was back in 2012. So over 10 years ago. So yeah, F yourself, Rico. We're back on the air, by the way. It's Rock 102.1 KFMA. We're almost out of time. We were talking challenge. Herb and I will probably do start off like a podcast, just talking challenge another time.
Because otherwise we just alienate everybody else that's sitting in the studio.
Yeah.
They start to zone out,
I'm
look at their
invested.
phone, it's just awful.
Get yourselves a Paramount Plus, binge it. I mean, they have every season except for the last 3 good ones. They took those
How
off,
many
but-
seasons?
This is 39.
Oh my
God.
But
Doctor Who?
they don't show the first 10 seasons on
God.
Paramount Plus.
That's true. Yeah, you can't do that deep of a dive. Pretty
Yeah.
good though.
Yeah, I wish I could though, because the first 10 seasons was literally the time back in the late 90s, early 2000s, where they would just get a bunch of good-looking people together on a tropical island, give them a bunch of booze, and be like, drink this and just have an orgy.
And you have
See what
food.
happens.
And that's what happened.
And the prize would be like, $25,000, right?
Yeah, and
to
an
torture
iPod.
yourself for 2 months, right? Not worth it. Not worth it.
Yeah,
Amazing.
Yeah, we are fans of the challenge, and Herb and I have seen every episode of every
That's
every
correct.
season.
That's
So,
correct.
yeah, we should start that.
And I don't know anybody else beside Beef and my wife that have seen every episode. So, yeah.
A lot of people say that me and your wife are like two and the same.
Uh-oh.
We're both freaks. You know what I'm saying?
And scene.
All right.
Okay.
All right. Let's get into your beef tip before we get out of here. Here's your beef tip. Use the 42% rule to figure out how much you should be working. All right. Now, Rico's been using this rule a lot. It is called the 42% rule. Basically, studies have shown that your brain and your body need to spend at least 42% of their time relaxing and not under stress to keep you functioning properly. 42% of a 24-hour day is 10 hours.
Huh?
So that includes sleep, exercise, watch TV, reading, and or anything else that you want to unwind. So if you can't get in 10 hours in one day, you can spread it out over a week or more. But essentially, for that work-life balance, you got to at least have 42% of your day to be able to treat yourself.
I
Relax.
wish.
Yeah, I know. But that's the rule.
Game's the rules.
Yeah. So if you can't do 42%, choose 69%. Be on the couch all day. And it's a percentage that will help you out in the long
Keeping
run.
it classy.
Yeah, I don't know. I had to end it with something dirty.
Yeah, that's true.
Just like your wife, no? No. Okay.
Hey!
I guess. That's all the time we
Punch
have.
sound effects in the background.
Getting canceled. Sorry.
Todd, I need that sprayer.
I got you. There you go. Spray away. Spray all over. Spray all over the dinosaur feed. That doesn't make any sense, and it doesn't have to.
Yeah, it didn't make sense.